Hi folks, it's John Nizman from lastchanceautorestore.com. I'd like to share with you another update. This is the 1967 Volkswagen, kind of like a Restomotor custom VW bus that we've been doing quite a bit of work on. We now have, obviously it's painted, so we're going to do a little bit of a walk around and explain some of the stuff that we've done. So essentially, we've just set the doors on. They're not adjusted. You can see the hinges. These are just pins to hold the doors for now. So all we wanted to do is basically share with you the color combination and the amount of work that's involved. So we started with a 67 split window bus. In previous videos we shared with you where we cut a hole and we dry fitted for the folding cloth top. We also shared with you in other videos the Willwood disc brake conversion kit. We've lowered it with the spindles. We have a Highway Flyer transmission, and then we've done a considerable amount of body work. Our client has picked these two colors. Some guys are calling it kind of like a military green or an olive green kind of look to it, with a nice creamy beige, like an off-white. So our client picked these colors. We did several different samples, and then it's an extensive amount of work. So basically we'll just walk around and share with you. So this is basically what we've done is we've pulled it out of the paint booth. We've just set the doors on and the rear hatch, and we just pulled it outside. So this is a base coat, clear coat paint finish. We've done a considerable amount of block sanding and body work on it. You can see in previous videos. It's incredible the amount of masking and taping that's involved to get it to this stage. So I'd like to share with you first of all in terms of the interior, and we'll just come around I guess and then we'll walk around. So you can see that it's a really nice, the tape lines, there's nice definition here. It's an overcast day, but you can see how everything is quite smooth. We'll be doing some wet sanding and polishing later. So when you come on the inside, the steering wheel, we haven't refinished yet. We just have the steering wheel set on here, and we still have some detail work to do with the shifter and all the detailing. But essentially, where there is no floor covering, we have the proper paint finish done. Obviously the seat will be sitting here. You'll see part of this backing, but we wanted to make sure that it was painted properly. So essentially on the inside you can see the dashboard and the under part of the dash where you have the vents, which would be the equivalent of a firewall. The back part of the pots, of the headlight pots, you can see they've all been detailed properly, sanded at 400 grit paper, and then painted. So the first step that we had to do once everything was set in terms of the body work is we had to mask the whole exterior of the bus and prepare the inside. So we had to mask everything, paint the complete interior of the bus. So we have the big box up above. You've got up the above the windshield, sorry, and the posts and the dash. So that all had to be detailed and masked off and then painted. The doors were done separately off the vehicle, and then you've got your parcel shelf along the back where the back seat's going to go in, and then there's sections where trim is going to meet the frame. So we've painted all of the frames. So extensive amount of masking, and then we paint. So it's got 4 coats of paint on the inside of the bus. And then once it cured in the booth, then we removed all of the masking. Then we had to close the whole inside of the bus, and then we masked everything for the top half and for the V in the front to paint this nice green color in a base. And then once that was cured, then we had to mask off the green to prepare it for the cream color. And then we sprayed 4 coats of the base on this cream color. So once we had 4 to 5 coats of each base color, then we had to remove all the masking and then mask the inside again, and then we cleared, and there's approximately 6 coats of clear on the whole exterior. All the doors were done individually. So the side barn doors, the rear tailgate, and these front doors were all done individually. So it's amazing how much work it is to get to this stage, and you don't really see how much, behind the scenes, what it takes. A lot of people make comments when they see on television some of the car shows they do, and it's hard to get a perception of what's involved and how much work and sanding there is to get it to the stage for paint. You can see now that the sun is trying to come out a little bit, you can see it's quite a nice shine. This green is quite a unique color, and then the hatch, I'll just kind of lift this open. So you can see how nice this is in here too. So most of these buses, people will have like a cushion in here. I'm not sure if our client's going to put the spare tire back in, but I know they're going to do probably some sound deadener material and some paneling, and then we're going to obviously do a headliner, and that full black portion, that's the two-part epoxy that we sealed all of the metal, and then anywhere where you see the beige or the cream color, that's where the headliner is going to meet up to the trim, and then there's panels that go here too. You can see some screw holes, for example, along this side panel, because there'll be trim that will fasten to this ridge, and you can see how nice this is. And then normally they'll have a mattress or some cushioning in this section. So this is, a lot of people would say it's better than it was new. You can see the shine, it's quite a bit shinier. All the bodywork has been done properly. So it looks quite nice. And then when you look on the inside or the back side of the hatch, hopefully there's not too much of a glare being outside with the camera, but you can see the detail here with the cream color. So everything is set the way it should be with the interior, and then you'll see small little detail things like this that I'll point out. There's going to be a rubber seal that gets glued in here in this weather stripping section, but you can see how nice these masking lines are, where we masked all the way around, and then we've masked this beige or the cream color so it doesn't overlap into the green. So it's just some nice detail sections, so when the rubber is in here, you'll have the definition between the green and the cream on either side. And then we'll just close this hatch. And then they'll have the nice Volkswagen insignia will go here, and then the latches. And then as we come along this side, there was a tremendous amount of damage to this panel. It was involved in a few collisions. And so that was an extensive amount of work, but the nice thing is now, with all the body work done and this nice paint, there's no evidence of having any concern at any point in its life. And then we come to the inside, you can see things like this, where the step in, there's going to be obviously some floor covering. We just have the side door panels. We just laid them on this blanket for now, but you can see how nice the detail is in here. Because typically when you swing the barn doors open, this section's exposed, and depending on how far the client would like us to go with the floor covering, we want to make sure that this looks correct. And then you can see the detail once again, the back of the seats, and then the walk through from the back section between the two seats in the front. You can see that we've done the correct paint finish in between. Most people will lay like a rubber mat between, but we weren't sure exactly how our client wanted to finish it off, so we wanted to make sure that that was painted properly. So now as we come along, you can see we will do some further adjusting, but the body panels just dry fitting on. They fit quite nice. The gaps are really quite nice. And then with a little bit of light coming on now, you can see the color of the green. It's still quite cloudy, but if we come along here with the camera, you can see the green is a little bit lighter when the light is coming to hit it. So I just wanted to share with you how nice that looks, and it's quite a bit of work, but I think it's quite attractive. The client hasn't decided what color we're going to do the upgraded wheels, so we'll figure that out. So basically just wanted to share with you an update. This is the 1967 Volkswagen Bus or Volkswagen minibus, split window, and we'll share more videos with you as the build continues. We're just waiting for the custom safari style windows and weather stripping. We ordered quite a few parts that we're just waiting for. So I'd like to thank you for watching. I'm John from lastchanceautorestore.com.